Happiness is right here, inside, not outside. It is not what we have, but what we are. Going outside to search is like a fish out of water. Pleasure satiates, happiness delights. Quality of life is in satisfaction, not quantity of what we own. World wants more, consumes more, wants to enjoy more, and leads more unhappy. Cheats us with fake promises. Bookish knowledge versus experiential knowledge. In spiritual matters, you need to have a good guide, experience what we say. There are certain rules and norms that guide us, but they are not our masters. There's rational and linear thinking, which is not enough. We can trust our experiences, inspirations, and intuitions. Blindly following rules can lead to disaster. It is hard to allow to be guided, for this is the fear of having to surrender one's commanding positions to one's life to the other. That is totally spiritual life. That is the true knowledge. Settle the problem. It is very important that we settle the problem, not whose fault it is. To resolve the problem, we need to have common sense, a will to grow, ability to compromise, love for the other, self objectivity. Examine the facts, not the intention, the responsibility for the failures. Find the solutions and finally choose best possible way. The factory of man's heart is to protect the self, others, and God. We have idols to protect us from our God. Okay, fear is to protect us from anxiety. Delusions is to protect us from poor self-image. Moral norms are to protect us from immorality. Social norms to protect us from intimacy. Laws are there to protect us from freedom. Obligations are there to protect us from decisions. Composed prayers to avoid prayer. Rituals and rites are there to avoid worship. Good works are there to avoid God's anger. Merits are there to buy God's love and salvation. Be very proactive, acknowledge your mistake and accept the correction and learn from it. It is a choice, it's a most constructive way to be in control. To empower oneself, stop blaming others and accusing the self. Reaction is of a cowherd, uncultured mind which is not free but wants to control. Do not explain but cherish the mysteries. Surrender and experience the God in the other, the good judgment from being into the other person. Perceive the need and help the person unasked. At the end of your life, what is your worth or value is not based on your relationship, not on money and other things. Falling is not weakness, adversity is the teacher. Refusing to get up is the weakness. Love can bring a change. We are all agents of love. The brook joins to the river to the sea. Our efforts must all have a purpose of life. We need to know where we are going, why we are doing what we are doing. True love goes beyond boundaries and says and takes not to give. More we love, more we seek to give. We become givers of love. The ultimate measure of a person is equal to the times of challenge plus the controversies. Success is in many sacrifices. There are two hands clapping. Education is not only of the mind but also of the heart and the character and the culture of truth. Vanity is when we forget who we are and believe what others speak of us. The act of enmity with others reveals an enmity within ourselves. The base of enmity is insecurity. Real love is freedom. Life lived for others is a life worth living. Give the hope. This is the humanitarian service to the society. Hope does not stop the insecurity but prepares us as an antidote. Be the change we want. Make heaven. Give life. Pain is inevitable, suffering is optional because there is always a ray of hope to react positive to the hurts of life and the scars that can become stars. Betrayal is responded by love, loyalty, and trust. The heart that longs for what we miss badly. Challenges make life interesting. Overcome them, life becomes meaningful. To conquer frustration, remain very intense, focus on the outcome, not on your obstacles. Persist and do not submit to despair and discouragement. You are very close to God. Win and lose, enjoy for a change. So then compete with yourself. The art of slowing down is having relaxation, newness, and standing and staring at life. Know who you are capable of, your potential. Be realistic, not what you should be. What I am today. We need not feed our fear, which is very deep. Stop it. Flight is running away from it. It never helps. The problem only multiplies. Face it inevitably. We are only temporary. Prepare for the everlasting. All barriers, stereotypes the human beings have made focus on themselves. What unites us is suffer for a cause, which is noble. Suffering is of two types, which is because of our inability to uh, do something or because of our convictions for justice. Accepting negative. Accepting failures hurts can never be overprotective. People will help you with the suggestions but cannot rescue you. Learn from your mistakes. Psychological barriers. Be aware of all the barriers that you build, all the walls, chains, darkness, and other arrows and thorns which you put around yourself psychologically and to protect yourself from people. But be genuine and spontaneous because people can feel your vibration and energy. Be at your best. Be aware of poor me, self pity, pleasure seeking, attention seeking, and do not complain, blame, and feel like a victim before others. Avoid comparing. Accept yourself. All your good qualities, all are unique. Self love is not selfishness. Rejoice over the good points and successes of others, which are all complementary. We need the other. So, therefore, you accept yourself and accept others as well. Be spontaneous. Don't over socialize or formal, not real, but friendship and intimacy are very important for life. But have a strict timing. Do not be inflexible in your norms of behavior. Be an eagle, not a secure cheek. Bringing out the best of the others. We have more strength than weakness, potentials of love, friendships, service, creativity, art, prayer, etc. Self actualization, confidence, hope, hard work, courage, self acceptance. Be a people builder by treating people with high potential, not actual self potential, can be, but what you are. Help them to grow. Give them the genuineness of a good life ahead for them. Life is a joy, not a burden. Joy and laughter of others makes us happy. You need to not be a burden but a treasure. Spread joy, peace, and happiness. Smile at people, listen to them, help them, and they will do likewise with you. People mirror what you reflect in your behavior. Relationships follow the law of echo or reaction. Others' reaction will make us aware of the self. If you're not listening, people won't listen to you. Change the way you relate to others. If you're unfriendly, uncooperative, unforgiving, ungrateful, so you cannot complain how others treat you. It is because how you treat them. Thinking and feeling. Thinking is not enough. You need feelings. Feelings will filter the reality and allow you to grasp the things. The world moves by guts, not brains. So when you communicate level of feelings, you become vulnerable. You lose the control. You risk and you accept the challenges of life. Obedience and responsible freedom. Obedience is to grow in freedom. Responsible freedom is the duty which puts everything under limits. My duty is to obey within limits. If it's fake obedience, you lack self-respect, interpersonal conflict, you're depressed, helpless, stressful, poor self-image, resentful, self-pity, out of control, dislike others and self, anger, violent towards your rights, that no one should disturb them. If you're too assertive, it is through obedience. You solve your problems, you feel good of self and others, you are relaxed in control and peace, you assert your rights and respect your superiors, your right as well. So when others violate them, you have a right to speak. But suppose you are aggressive and you disobey, disrespectful of others, you have interpersonal conflicts, guilt, loneliness, frustration, stress, poor self-image, bad of self and others, out of control, you hurt others and self, you're angry, loss of opportunities, you violate, challenge the boundaries of yourself and others. Through maturity, being mature is to make others not independent or take advantage of you and not being possessive, but let us be our true self. That is being free. Never resentful, never criticize or challenge others, question others. Because through maturity is being your true self, accepting yourself and accepting others as they are. All need love. All need a loving touch because the loving touch brings out the hidden potential in us. If we show sympathy, appreciation, trust, recognition, encouragement, approval, praise, accept others as they are, take interest in them, give them support, allow them to make mistakes. Never criticize people or disregard their feeling, put them down, put your own rules, throw expectations, not realistic ideals and start comparing, putting condition, do not show disappointments, put labels and judge people at their shortcomings. 7 attitudes of life. First, a loner who wants to be left alone in his own world and no social life. Second, a pleasure seeker lives only for pleasure and enjoyment. Third is a lover of people who is very generous, lives for others and concerned only with people. Fourth is a butterfly who is light-headed, very superficial, scattered brains, no purpose and seriousness of life. Fifth is a greedy person who wants more and more money, possessions and wants to have more, is always needy. Sixth is the security seeker who always feels shy, fearful, and security is the norm for above all else. There is no risk and very withdrawn. Seventh is a self centered person who is much of herself, wants to be herself, care for nothing else, fusses about himself and their own needs. Ideals. There is no wrong ideals of people, partnership, so contribute for others, need for happy existence, ability, readiness to perform job, invest energy, relationships to grow in depth and quality of life. So we need to have right ideals, but we need to see that our ideas do not clash with other people's ideals. We need to work for ourselves and others and find meaning and happiness in life, or we get what we want. Why bother about others? That is not the right attitude and right ideals. True worth and beauty lie within, not outer appearances. They have faith in self and our hidden strength. And we know not ourselves. Okay, we believe in innate goodness and worth of every human being. Follow the why and the how of the life, and everything else will fall into place. The path of others have chalked out for us. We start questioning things. You need to take risk to get self-confidence. You need more freedom to make the decisions in life. Surely there will be guides, but you cannot be over anxious, over protective. You should learn by trial and error, make mistakes, get hurts. Criticisms are necessary to grow and get experience. Learn the hard way. Don't be pampered, but face the trials, not to escape and avoid. But that is responsible freedom. Discover the real self image, accept it, like it. A real self is like a second nature. Be loving, passionate, and sincere, positive feedback, acceptance, and loving of others. So that builds slowly the self image. Our perception, our condition, our way of thinking and feeling is reflecting of our behavior. Reject, no love, you give poor self image. Let people be themselves in their own measure, their duty and their rights. Do not force your expectation, ideas and beliefs and destroy them. Be sympathetic, understanding, accepting. This is the beauty in variety and diversity. You cannot demand uniformity. People are not numbers, they are individuals. Each man is born to follow a conscience. You cannot judge the person. I accept there are many ways to reach the same goal. And most leaders are not normal by the standards, even it comes to spiritual leaders. Building false images to protect ourselves, lying to the other, lack of confidence, urge to impress others, inferiority complex, desire to be liked, dislike of the self rejection, pain of the past rejection, ignorance of good qualities, trying to measure up to others people's expectation, ideas and values. Having experienced love, it's very conditional. One's self-worth is based upon outside one person. So consequences. So we need to prove to build up our self-image. We have lots of fears, nervousness, insecurity, unsatisfied, anxiety, tension, loss of energy to build and keep this self-image. Disappointment, loneliness, lack of intimacy, no true friendship, artificiality, phoniness, superficiality, shallowness, inability to love and to be loved, feeling forced to play certain roles and keep up the appearance, emptiness and meaninglessness in life. All these are consequences of building false images. The image is accept the reality, fear of mistakes, creating impressions, defensiveness, the trying to justify, touchiness, and oversensitivity, easily hurt and often trying to hide. Then you feel great before others only when you wear nice clothes, posh articles, and praises and to be noticed. Otherwise, you feel degraded. Past tradition relevance can be a predilection in going forward and inward in our search for God. We cannot progress if we have an emotional baggage. We cannot say goodbye to the parts that need to grow. Dying is being born again. If otherwise you are stuck, you cannot unload. Be prudent, not rash. Ponder on the facts before making any conclusion, any settlement of arguments and or a decision of life. Learn from mistakes and be sober in life. Extreme positions are very bad. There can be some truth and some false in them. Examine the weak points of your position before you attack anyone, because anger is irrational usually when we are arguing. We get more passionate about other things and we tend to lose track of the topic. We can love ourselves as God made us and loves us unconditionally. We can have peaceful and happy lives. You need to like yourself just as you are. Love yourself, and accept others. When we dislike ourselves and hate ourselves, we start to hate others because they are two sides of the same coin. Fight and flight. These are the two responses of the nervous system of any human being. The flight response will run away from life, withdrawn, shy, lonely, bored, discouraged, depressed, barren, continuous flight of life. You feel unwanted. Fighting is fighting back, destroying, hatred of self and other, criticism, blaming others and self, backbiting, revenge, anger, resentment, unhappiness for self and others. When threatened, attacked, and trapped, there are certain conflicts and oppositions, strategies of assertiveness, self esteem, respect for self and others' rights, constructive, human, rational approach, mixed approach. So, there are different ways where people react. Some are like the elephant who forces and threatens. Some are like the tiger who is violent, cruel in his attacks. Some are like the deer who just avoid, are shy and run away. Some are like the snake or sly and they will take revenge and be duplicity. Some are like the tortoise, are very withdrawn, self-deception, and they tend to run away. Some are like the dog, who are very submissive, servile, secure, and abdicate its own rights. We are not self-made. Life shaped us. I am a happy person. So we need to thank our roots and our soil. In our lives, the saints entered the roads that led nowhere. One who dares not is a failure. God made us for happiness in the place where we are. God gives us the place of His life situation. He sparks in them the search for happiness outside and other people. So if you're unhappy here, then you are unhappy everywhere. You cannot be happy and unhappy in certain places. Obstacle is to hold on to our self-expectations. Accept your own self and your own circumstances. It spoils happiness. As we believe we need this and that, okay, in order to be happy. True maturity is growing up and being childlike, not age-based, but the age of the mind and the heart is young at old age. A person has to be simple, straightforward, transparent, full of wonder, hopeful, uncritical, loving, jovial, adventurous, enthusiastic, playful, sheds away all prejudices and biases and accept others as they are. Children are more comfortable in the young mind and heart of an old man. So let us be childlike and let us mature.